Hello everyone. I am excited to start a series that is based on problem solving for coding interviews, and I'm going to choose JavaScript as my preferred language here. Today I have chosen a easy question that is marked as easy on LeetCode, and it is two sum problem. It is a very basic and famous problem. So just let's try to understand what this problem is trying to say. First, in we will be given an array of integers and a target. So this target is going to be two numbers. It is the addition of two numbers, and those two numbers are surely going to be present in the array, and we will be having an exactly one solution for that. So we can assume, and in if we see something like this, we can understand that there is surely going to be one solution. And in this case, we don't have to worry about if we don't find any if there is no possible solution in the array. Okay, so for example, in this example, you see we have this array as input and a target is given. And in this case, 9 is the sum, and it can clearly be seen that 2 plus 7 add up to 9. In this scenario, we are returning array indexes, not the array element, but array indexes as our output. I'm going to use two approaches for this. First one is going to be brute force, and the other one is going to be optimal solution. Let's just first try to understand the intuition behind the problem. We remember during the childhood days, we used to given something like x and y, and then constant used to be there. Suppose z is suppose a problem. Yeah, constant is going to be there, was used to be there. Okay, so what we and we used to let the value of x could be anything, and then through that we could have computed the value of y using the x. So we are going to use the similar approach here. Suppose we have y equals to x plus y equals to 9, and we let x is equals to 2. So what is going to be y in our case? Y is going to be 9 in this case. So similarly, we are going to code this thing only in our problem. I have written the brute force algorithm beforehand here. Let's try to dry run this. How this is going to work. So here we are using two loops. First one is I loop. So I is, for the first one, we are going to fix one first element. We are going to fix one element in the array, and we will try to find the other element. It is similar to what I have explained earlier, that we are going to let x equals to a value which is going to be controlled by I loop, and then we will try to find the value of y, which is going to be covered by j loop. Now suppose when the loop will start. So when the loop will start, for I equals to 0, a of I is 2. So what in this case I am trying to find? I am trying to find 9 minus 2 is 7. I'm trying to find 7 here. So in this scenario, if in our j loop, while iterating, we will use j loop, and while iterating, if at any place we find 7 in the loop, then that is going to be our solution, and we will be returning the indexes of 2 and 7 only. So for I equals to 0, a of I is 2, and for j it will check for zeroth loop first. Here if j is going to loop from 1 to 3, and its scope is index 1 to 3, and it is going to check, so for the first index only, it is going to check if my value of j is 1. If my value of j is 1, what j is going to be? It is going to be 7. So we have found 7 at first index. So in this scenario, 0 and 1 is going to get returned. Now move on to the second. Let's take some another example, or we can tweak this question only. It was 9 earlier. I was trying to find 9. And let's tweak this question to 26 to have some bigger picture. And if I, so in this case, if let's take I equals to 0. If my I equals to 0, a of I is going to be 2. So this is going to loop in my I loop. And if my I equals to 0, I'll start from j equals to 1, and I'll check with whether it is present, in my whether 7, no, if I have taken x equals to 2, so suppose x is 2, so what I am expecting y should be 24. So I'm looking for 24 in this particular scenario. So in this case, this array is going to this code is going to loop over 1 to index 1 to 3. For 7 it will check my 7 is not equals to 24. 11 it is going to check 11 is not at array of 2, array index 2, nums of index 2 at, it is going to check whether it is equals to 24 or not. So nums 2 is also not 24. So it will check nums 3. What is my nums 3 is? My nums 3 is 15. So 15 is also not equals to 24. So it will move ahead. I is going to increment its value, and for I equals to 1, it will check. I equals to 1, my value is 7. Value is 7. So if my x is 7, what I am expecting my y to be? It is 19. I am looking for 19 in the inner loop. Now if I am starting from 1, my j's scope is going to be 2 to 3, and my j is 2 in this case. So if my j is 2, nums of 2 is 11. And I'm looking for 19. So 19 is clearly not equals to 11. And similarly for j equals to 3, my nums of 3 is, if we look here, my nums of 3 is 15. So clearly 19 is not equals to 15. So it will come out of this loop and it will go again in this loop. And in this scenario, when my I equals to 0, 1, 2. When my I equals to 2, my x is, nums of 2 is 11, and my x is 11. So if my x is 11, what I am expecting my y to be? I am expecting my y to be 15. Now, if here scope of j is just 3, so it is going to check for whether it will come into the inner loop. It will check whether for j is 3, nums of 3 is 15. So clearly 15 plus 11, 15 plus 11 is adding up to 26. So this problem is going to return index number 2 and 3. That's how it is going to work. But this approach only takes the time complexity n to the power 2, because two loops are running over. I'm I'm going to use other approach that is a bit optimal, and the other approach uses map. And map has two parameters, key and value pair. So it works in key value pair. Here, my approach is going. My approach would be, earlier I was using X, and then for that X, I was trying to find the value of Y. Now what I'm going to do, if for my X, I'm going to save, I'm going to save array index in the key, and whenever I would try to find the particular element in the map, I will try to find the index of that. So what I will do, I will say my complement. My complement is target, which is given, and nums of I, the array element which I would be performing the current operation on. I will move over my I is going to move till 0 to length of the array, and I'm assuming my length of the, so I, this is going to be my I iteration, and I is going to iterate over, so at every iteration my nums of I is going to come into the picture, and I'll simply check, this algorithm simply checks whether complement is present in the map. So if complement is present in the map, only then I can move ahead with the operation. Like if my so currently, the operation I am performing on the current element is nums of I. And if I am able to find the complement, then I have found the solution only. This was our earlier problem, right? This was our earlier problem that so it is basically I am trying to find Y where, and I'm working on X right now. This as simple as that. So my complement, and as soon as I'm able to find Y, I will return the pair of X and Y. Clear? And if, just in case, the current element I am looping over is not able to give me the complement, so I am simply going to save the current element in the map. And at the particular key of the array value, I'm going to save the array index. Now, let's try to see how this is going to work. For the first zeroth element, it will come and it will check what the complement. The complement here is going to be 9 minus nums of I, target minus nums of I, which is 7. So it will simply check if 7 is present in the map. 7 is not present. So it will not go inside, it will come out, it will store map of nums of I. Currently I am looping over 2. Right now in this case my nums of I is 2, and I am trying to look for 7, which is complement. So it will come here, it will save 2, and array index is going to be 0. Now it will again go to the go to the second index, I mean first index, 1. Now my nums of I is updated and it is 7, and my complement is target minus 7, which is 2. So it will check whether complement, that is 2, is present in the map. Yes, it is present in the map. So it will simply return the pair, which is 0 and 1. Simple. Let's take another example. I will tweak this value and I will take simple example as 26. Now I am trying to find 26. In this case, what would happen? For zeroth index 2, it will check, for zeroth index num of 0 is 2. So it will check what in this case my complement is going to be 24. So if 24 is present here, no, not present, right? So it will simply store key array index, array value at array value, the current value it is performing the operation on, and the index. And see, clearly 24 is not present, so it will look for some other element. It will come to first index, it will check what is my first index. My first index is 7. Now complement here is 27, 26 minus 7, 19. Whether if complement is present in the map, clearly 19 is not present in the map, so it will come over and it will store the current array element. Current array element is 7 and index is 1. And again it will loop over, it will check for 11, second element. It will check for 11, it will see that, and for 11 the complement is 25, so it is basically looking for, no, 15. 26 minus 11 is 15, so it is looking for 15. Now it is looking for 15, but 15 is also not present in the map, so it will simply come here, it will store map of nums of I, means map of nums of I may 11, at the place of 11 it will store 2 I, which is index, and it will come out and loop over next element. So at the third index, it will come, it will see the value is 15 and the complement of 26 minus 15 is 11. So it will check whether complement is present. Complement is present in the map. Yes, it is present and we have found the solution. So it is simply going to return 2 and 3. This is going to be this is answer. Let's quickly code this. So let map is, let a map, first we are going to use map and then we are going to be, it is very simple now. I hope you guys have understood. Nums of length. It was, remember it was looping, it is going to loop over all of the array elements. So I'm going to loop over all the array elements. And we were looking for the complement, right? So complement is what? Target minus current array element. And we are checking if my complement is present. If map has complement. JavaScript is quite straightforward, no? So we are going to return map and we are going to fetch the index of the particular element. We are looking for index. I was storing the index and I am fetching the index here. So complement, if complement is present, we are looking for its index and also the current array index that I am looping over right now. Simple. And if it is not present, if complement is itself not present, then we will be storing the current element and its index. Let's try to run this. It is accepted. Submit. Okay, cool. It's submitted. So this is the very easy problem that I have tried to attempt today. I hope you guys will understand, and let you also, I would suggest everyone to code first, try to write the solution itself and try to dry run as well. Thank you for watching. Thanks everyone.